7:14. Is it clear skies up there?
Yes.
Don't you like our scientific weather lookout? Yeah,
look up,
clear,
well,
partly cloudy.
The window to the world.
Window to the world.
NBC's
Right
not the only one that can have a window to the world.
If Hardee's is not wet, it's not raining. How's that?
There you go. If you can see Hardee's, it's not snowing or raining. And this time of day, with the sun coming up a little later, you just got to make sure that you can see Hardee's.
There you go.
Across the street.
It's to the point now where I have to keep the headlight delay on so I can see the lock to get in the door. You know.
Oh yeah.
How's Bob?
Change the times on the house. On the house lights. So you can say, good. We've been busy. Got a closing today. We've got just keep moving forward with stuff. We took a number of listings this week. In talking to folks that are, if you're thinking that the market's slow now, there were 32 sales this past week. 23 homes sold last week, but there's still 68 pending.
Really?
And there were 67 pending last week. So the numbers are out there. People are buying homes. We wrote an offer that was accepted on a house this past week. Got the inspection done. Had Carradine out there. Got the inspection done. I was at two with him, and I was at another one with Law's inspection with Wayne Larson, and things are busy.
How many millions did you sell this week?
I didn't sell millions this week. The market sold 2.5 million in
That's
residential.
down a little bit. Weren't you at 4?
One time we were at 4. Last week we were at 3. But 2.5 in a week.
That's not bad.
Not bad.
That's not bad.
When you look at the volume and when you
That's
look at the number of homes
real
that
estate
have sold,
in a small community.
That's a lot of real estate, and it's not. And I'm not going to say the prices are screaming up market-wise, but the volume's picking up. And as that volume picks up from people coming here from other areas, that will help to bring the prices up. More people that are buying will bring the demand down because there's still 957 homes on the market.
That's come down a little bit.
And that's down a little bit, and it's down a little bit earlier than it usually is. Usually, we're below that like in the November or December. So I think
what do you anticipate? We always talk about this throughout the year. Thanksgiving's a little over a month away. Christmas a little over 2 months. You got mom and dad getting elderly down here, and that we had the same discussion when my grandparents were in southeast Missouri. Mom, dad, grandpa, grandma, how long are you going to stay on 8 acres and try to keep this mowed?
And that's what it is. I mean, we have people that come in and we talk to them. We go out and we look at them, and they're out. Some, they're out. If you're out 45 minutes, that's a long drive every day. It was okay when you moved there in 1982, but now to drive that distance to come into the doctors, and because you're coming to the doctor a little more now than you were in 1982, and keeping up that in mowing, and the mower needs work, and all of the things that come with that, and just you get that kind of a feeling that, well, maybe we're out a little farther, that if something happened, if I slipped or something happened to mom, what would I do? And we're getting there. People don't want to leave the area. It's such a great place to be, and the educational center and the senior programs that are here, it's such a great place to be that they don't want to go, but they do want to get in a little bit closer. So whether it's a condo or it's just a little house in town, we just got a guy that we're putting into a little house in town. Just the two of them, they just don't want to keep everything up. She still wants to have a little garden. That's great, and you can do that. And there's still some great values out there. The mortgage rates are really low. I mean, historically, they're, although it's starting to seem like it's normal now that the rate should be in the 4, just below 4 type range, and that affects the market. People that are thinking that they're renting and they're thinking of the future, there's at the end of the day, when you get done paying your rent, the only one who's got your rent is the landlord. You have no equity. Even if you buy a house today, you live in it for 5 years, and you sell it, if the market doesn't change at all, and you sell it at the same price that you bought it at. We've lived there for 5 years for free, if you look at it that way, because otherwise, at least you're still getting that same amount of money back. You're getting the tax benefit of being able to write off your interest. You're able to paint the walls the colors that you want to paint them. You want to get a little puppy, whatever it may be, because that's your house. And there's a feeling that you get when something is yours, that you're not borrowing from someone. And I think that that's an important thing that we need to keep in mind.
I've got and this is a totally unprepared question. Yesterday we were listening to Baxter Healthcare Corporation, the manufacturing firm on 201 North. Governor was here, everybody was here. They're adding 225 jobs in a 55,000 square foot addition there. Jobs, 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 jobs. That's going to mean families,
Sure.
homes, cars. Where are we at with being able to provide adequate housing for perhaps people that are moving into the area to take advantage of the new jobs at Baxter?
Well, depending upon how many of them are going to actually move in, how many of those jobs
Are
will be
already
taken by
here,
people are already here. But
I wonder what that
people that are
percentage would
coming
be,
in,
80,
but those that are coming here,
Yeah.
I mean, we have, like I say, there's 957 homes on the market, and we're at a wide variety of ranges. I was looking at houses for a guy this past week, like up to from 50 to 110,000. You know, just little starter houses, little things that aren't, you know, there's no granite, there's no stainless, there's no nothing in a house like that, and you're going to have to put some work into it, but there'll be a return on that. And there was like 37 homes that came up in town. So some of them are not as nice as others. I'll do it that way. But, you know, to get started and to not pay rent and have something to show at the end of the day. And then, that's what we did. We bought a little house on Nottingham, and we fixed it up. We put dormers in it. We knocked walls out. We changed the garage. At the end of the day, you know, that was our house. You know, we raised the boys there, and that's what people do. You know, that's what a home does. The home gives you that ability to do that, to have something to show that's yours at the end of the day. And that's a big part of our culture as Americans, that we do that. And that's a good thing. It
is.
So if you're interested in, you know, looking at little stuff, something that gets started as a starter house, if you're looking, you know, there's some great, nicer houses out there. You know, a little bigger, you know, where you're going to run into granite and stainless and the things that people want. But the debt to income is an issue for kids coming out of school, and what they can afford, because they're carrying that debt with them. And something's going to have to shake out with that. I mean, either the educational systems are going to have to get more realistic in what they're charging, or the finances, the way the kids finance the loans, may have to change. And, you know, with the rates on everything else being what they are, there should probably be a better way to do this. But that's not my field of expertise. That's why we have bankers and financial guys for
You
that.
need to run for office, Bob.
No, Bob does not need to. Bob needs
I'll
to
help
sit
you
right here in
campaign.
this chair. Bob needs to sit right here in this chair.
I could just see the sign, Bob for something. No,
Don't even start
no.
Please don't even start that. This week in real estate, there were 51 new listings came on, 16 parcels of land, 3 commercial buildings, and 32 homes came on the market. They come on in a range of $25,000 to $350,000. Average price coming on the market this week, was $134,000. There were 32 sales, 6 parcels of land, 3 commercial properties, 23 homes sold this week, in a range of $30,000 to $259,000. Average sale price was $109,000. The average listed price when those came on the market was $116,000, 167 days on market. And it was $2.5 million in residential real estate closed this week.
How many days on market?
167. So that was actually down from last week.
Huh.
20 properties expired. 52 had price changes. Like I say, there's people out here and there's people looking to buy things. And and I say all the time, you can make more money, you can't make more time. Mm-hmm. And whether or not you're going to get a job to make the more money, you may change and go out to dinner twice a week instead of 4 times a week, so you can make money in that respect as far as your life, and you can carry on with your life the way you want to. If you're looking to get back to Cleveland to be with the grandkids, you can't get that time back. And that's really, what we run into. People want to go. Well, the only way you can go is sometimes you got to buy your way out of it, and that's because the market is what the market is. I come to the house. These are what your type of homes sell for. This is what I can tell you pretty close to what your home is going to close at. But
that's called a real estate professional.
Well, yeah, because I could sit there and tell you, oh, no, you're going to sell for twice that much. How much do you think your house is worth? Okay, fine. And just put it in like that.
Do you think that we put a value on the memories and the value on
people
the
do. Yes,
sentimental
they do.
part
Sure
of
they
it?
do.
Yeah.
Of course they do. And
that's the
that's
part you gotta
understandable. And that's part of it's making that jump, the mental jump from your home to your house. And there is a difference. Home is where you live, where you've raised your family, where you've done everything else. A house is someplace that you're just living in, four walls, and it's nice, but it's not your home. And when you can make that jump, it's a lot easier to say, okay, well, let's price it here and let's be on our way.
Do you ever have to just have to have a talk for, look, you got memories here, you're going to pack them all up and move them to the next home,
Exactly.
and you'll still have
You can
memories
take
there.
those memories stay with you no matter where you are, and that's the deal. When the kids come down, or when the two of us are sitting there, reading a book at night and go, hey, Harry, remember that time that those memories are with you, and they're emblazoned in your brain, and you carry those with you no matter what. To be able, it's not where you're sitting, it's where you're living, and that's really, I think that's important.
Home's where you're hanging your hat.
Yeah, we had a great house in Big Creek, but it was our house. That was never our home. I mean, it was a nice house, but it was always our house. It was never our home. Now we're in our home, and that's and some people never get to their home.
You were able to make
okay.
that what you wanted it to be,
right? And that's okay. I mean, we made the other place the way it wasn't a bad thing, And there's some people that never really get home. They move from house to house. They live in the house and they have a great life. That's fine. But when it comes time to sell, the seller needs to mentally make that jump from, especially if they've been there for a long time. And then you need to make that jump from your home to your house. That's very important.
And I've got to ask, where did you get some of these pictures on your website, retiredtoarkansas.net? The fall pictures are beautiful.
Didn't you do a great job?
My goodness.
In the number of people that come in through the website and, to start the process of looking for real estate here, whether it's houses or commercial properties, land, that's the type of thing that draws them in. And the different things we have on there, today's the Twin Lakes Retired Police Association meeting is today, and we've got a link on there for that. And we've got things from the hospital and the paper, the newspaper, the schools, all the different things that go on. Fall colors is always a big a hit.
I got to tell you a quick story. I left Franklin, Tennessee last Sunday morning about 8 o'clock. And, of course, sun coming up from the east, and I'm heading west. You kind of get that backlight effect.
Yeah.
You ever seen the little white farmhouse with the picket fence and a little brook running through the front? There it is right there. There's about 18 of them on Highway 46 between that and 840 and I-40. Beautiful. The colors are just starting to change, and even I-40 wasn't bad,
Yeah.
But the colors are starting to change. I notice a lot around here, too.
Yeah, it's starting. You can start to see things tinging up a little bit. I worry about the rain. Hopefully, it's been in time to keep the leaves on the trees for a little bit and give them a chance to turn. Because I cut the grass yesterday, and I cut, and the leaves were like right behind me. They were following me.
Oh yeah,
falling out of those trees. I mean, it's so. But it's fall. It's pretty beautiful, beautiful area. Thank God. Best thing we ever did.
Minute and a half to go. Talk about that website. I love this website. You've got your story. You've got all the Century 21 listings, other properties, and area information. You get a lot of hits on this website.
Oh yeah, yeah, and it's easy to find because when people are thinking, if you start to Google, if you start to search, if you're in New Jersey and you don't know anything else, one Century 21 you can find. They're thinking of retiring, or they put in Arkansas. We come up and we provide information. It's not just selling real estate. It's selling the area. It's letting people know it's here because partly this isn't for everyone. We get people that come and they go, this isn't what we want, and that's fine. That's why all these other towns are there. And when I get people in the car and they were right, well, this would be a great place if only, or if only this, or if only that. I tell them, stay where you're at. Mm-hmm. If those are the things you're looking for, then stay there. Yep. Because you're not going to be happy here, and you're going to be calling me back in 6 months saying, I don't like it here. Okay, our business is selling homes, but we're here to help people, and I think that we have spent more time doing that than we have actually selling things.
Phone number, location.
Phone number is 870-405-0793. Give my honey a call. Linda keeps the book, tells me where to be.
There you go. Bull Shoals United Methodist Church is hosting Trunk or Treat and Fall Festival Saturday, October 31st from 6 to 9 p.m. Free family fun. Come on out. For more information, 870-445-4113. Time for the news. Be right back.